Hey guys, what's going on? Prime Collections here. I took a day off yesterday because the people I currently live with actually had COVID, and I had to watch my daughter as I do most of the day, 5 days a week. And with that being said, I took a day off because I wasn't actually where my recording stuff is. Well, I picked the perfect day to do it because we've got a complete breakdown of the entire D23 Expo reveals. There was a lot of stuff which we got to talk about. Funkon is tomorrow morning. I'm going to give you guys all the information you need concerning that so you can be prepared for when that goes live, as well as we got a couple other reveals that were pretty quintessential, as well as something special if you are going to Emerald City Comic Con in person. But let's talk about all of that in the world of Funko reveals. So once again, guys, my apologies for not being here yesterday. We had a lot of stuff go on, but let's get into the bare bones of it and let's go step by step here and let's talk about stuff as we go along. The first thing I want to talk about is FunCon is tomorrow. Funko sent out emails to everybody recently. I want to say it was yesterday. And in this email, it stated FunCon 2022 exclusives go live Friday, August 19th at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. And in this, it says we're celebrating the Funko HQ store's 5-year anniversary. Join in the fun with FunCon 2022 exclusives, dropping this Friday, August 19th at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time on Funko.com. Now, with a lot of people, they thought this would be a 6 a.m. drop. That's usually what it is, Pacific time, 9 a.m. on the East Coast. But because this is FunCon celebrated at the Funko headquarters, it would make sense that the time is moved back to the normal standard time of when most of their drops are, which is 9:30. And when looking at this list of shared exclusives, these are all going to be available on Funko's website here. Out of all of these, the two that I'm probably going to go for are Muichiro from Demon Slayer, as my girlfriend is a massive Demon Slayer fan. She has almost every single Demon Slayer pop they've released, minus the reprints that they've done in the 2-packs and whatnot. So I'll definitely be going for that one. The other thing I will be going for is the 3-liter Iron Giant soda. This is the first of the 3-liter sodas. It's a very cool figure. A lot of the Iron Giant pops now are very hard to get and very, very expensive. I looked at just the standard one, it's about 70 or 60 bucks. This 3-liter is going to be 40 bucks, but it's a cool figure, has a possible chase variant. I will be trying to get one of these as well. So the two I will be going for is Muichiro and the Iron Giant. The other ones, the Jimi Hendrix soda, the She-Hulk soda, the Yogi Bear soda, the Green Ranger, the Lemon Drop mascot, and the Ollivander's Wand Shop. None of those are really part of anything that either me or my girlfriend collect or my daughter really wants. So that's technically what I'm going to go for when it comes to those. And these are the important reminders that they stated for anybody who wants to do this. It says to include as many fans as possible in our virtual con experience. This event is not a lottery event and is open to everyone. We are utilizing our waiting room feature. You may enter a queue when you enter the site and or start the checkout process, which will allow you to complete checkout on a first in, first out basis. While shopping this event, there will be a limit of up to one of each item per household. Items in your cart are not guaranteed for checkout. Inventory quantities are limited and will sell out quickly. That is very true. Please have your credit card information handy for when you check out. Express checkout options like Shop Pay, Amazon Pay, Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, and Google Pay will not be accepted. So you will need to know your credit card information. They've been doing this a lot more to where it's the one item per household, and this allows everybody to have a better chance at con exclusives. Especially with FunCon not having any shared retail exclusives, this is going to be one of those drops where if you want stuff from this, you're going to have an opportunity to get it. But as I tell everybody, make sure you are on at 9:30 Pacific time if you're on the West Coast, 12:30 noon or 12:30 p.m. If you're on the East Coast, because these will sell out quickly. During the San Diego Comic-Con drop, a lot of stuff went quick. Supersonic went quick. Enmu went quick. But I was able to get everything I wanted because I was on there first thing in the morning. If you are on at 9:30, you have a better than even chance to get the things you want. But understand, if you decide to wait and put it off, you may not get some of these items. So make sure that you are on tomorrow so you have a chance to get them. They go live at 9:30. One item or one of each item per household. That means if you want, you can get each one of these things if you want, but only one, which allows for more people to get the item, which I do appreciate as a collector. But that's really all the information I have on FunCon for you guys going forward and getting ready for tomorrow as the drop approaches. Next up, guys, we had a couple reveals of things that are coming out relatively soon. Over on Zavi tomorrow, along with the Funkon drop, they are doing what appears to be a new Batman Beyond figure with a chase. Now, if you all notice this as well as I do, the first Batman Beyond figure that I know of currently was a Blu-ray disc feature. It goes for about 120 bucks. The only way you could get it was by buying the complete series on Blu-ray, and it came along with that. That's a very tough figure to get. So the fact that they are releasing this, as Batman Beyond is one of my favorite cartoons, I'm looking forward to this, and I may consider getting it depending on what the chase is. I may try my luck, because if the mold is good and the detail is good and I like the property, that's what I go for with my collection. My collection mainly does consist of anime, but this is one of those figures that definitely, if it's done well enough, I may consider getting it, because I love Batman Beyond. I love Will Friedle, who did the voice of that, who also was Eric, or the brother Eric on Boy Meets World, one of my favorite shows as well. So that's why this one kind of hits close to home, and hopefully it's done really well. We also got the reveal of two Lights and Sounds DC figures. The first was the Flash, which I think is done extremely well. I think the level of detail is really, really awesome on this. I love the lightning at the bottom of his feet. I think it's a really good figure, and depending on how the lights and sounds work, it could be something that where the lightning lights up and it makes kind of like that like whooshing noise that the Flash is known for. So that could be something that's really cool. On the other hand, we had the reveal of the Batman one. And when I first saw this thing where he's on the gargoyle, I was kind of underwhelmed. I don't know what they're going to do. One thing that they could do that would really amaze me is if they had the Batman theme song from the animated series playing in the background on this. I think that would be an awesome addition. But as far as it goes, I think the Flash is better detailed. I think it looks better, and I think it is the better figure of the two. I think this is a cool addition for the DC line of pops. And I think if you're a DC collector, this will be something you'll want to grab. So be on the lookout for both of these. These are both Funko Shop exclusives, and I will make sure to include links for anything here that does have a link currently. I will list those down in the description for you guys, so you can make sure that you can either go pick these up or hit the notify me button in case they are on the Funko Shop. And the final thing in terms of reveals that I saw was we had the reveal of Sam from Trick or Treat with Lollipop. That went live today at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time, 12:30 p.m. on the East Coast. This figure was underwhelming. This is one of those that I'm not going to get. Out of all of these revealed, the only one I'm going to be looking at is really Batman Beyond, but I think that they're all cool figures for what they are. I think the DC Light and Sounds pops are really cool for the DC line. I think Sam is a welcome addition if you don't have this from Trick or Treat for the horror line. And I think if the Batman Beyond figure is done well, it's going to be a really high selling figure, and I think it's going to be a very cool addition to a Batman line or a DC line. So these are the reveals I have. I'll make sure to list the links down below for you guys. So in case you guys want to look at these, maybe pick them up, you guys will have the opportunity to do so. And a real quick side note, guys, before we get into the talk of D23 and all the reveals that were involved in that, at Emerald City Comic-Con in person, they've announced two really cool things. The first is a Crusaderette soda that has a chase variant that is a green glow-in-the-dark variant. They also announced a 4-inch pop that is a full glow-in-the-dark, full green variant for Emerald City Comic-Con. If you are attending this in person, make sure you go to the atrium for a chance to pick these up, because I think they're very cool figures, and I think if you're attending a convention in person, you should pick up the convention exclusives that you can only get in person, because it's a cool experience. It's something you can look back at and go and remember the time of, especially if you're a collector like me. I would definitely look at picking these up, and that was one of the notes that I noted from Emerald City Comic-Con recently in terms of reveals. And finally, guys, today, and this is kind of something that happens whenever I decide to not make a video, is they had the full release for the D23 Expo. And they just decided to show off everything that was going to go on in this and what was going to be revealed. And right off the bat, and we're going to go ahead and do this in a way that's really easy. I'm going to talk about things that I'm not going to get first and things that I am planning on getting last. And then we'll look at where all these are going to be available from. Now, honestly, we're going to start right into it. We got the Donald Duck soda here. It has a flocked variant. I want to say it's 7,500 pieces, could be 15. It is 7,500 pieces. When looking at this, I was really excited at first because the first thing I thought was Mickey and the Beanstalk. So I was looking forward to seeing Goofy, Mickey, maybe potentially Willie as a 3-liter soda, because that would have been cool. Willie is the giant from Mickey and the Beanstalk. So I was really excited. And then they didn't release any other variants, so I don't know if that is the plan with this, but that's the first thing I thought of. So if it is, I'm going to regret not picking this up, but I'm probably not going to get this one because it really doesn't fit, nor do I really want it in my collection. Next up, another soda that I will probably not be picking up is the Frozone one that they showed off. It's from The Incredibles. The reason I'm not going to pick this up is the chase is just an underwhelming chase. There's no real metallic. They could have put a diamond variant for the ice on his body. It's just him basically doing an ice blast out of his palm, and it's very underwhelming. I think it has a high piece count of 15,000 as well, and there's not really anything special about it. For me, I don't think that it's something that really I want as a collector, and I think that it's something that I'll have to kind of look past. Next up, the next soda that I actually will probably not be getting is the Mickey Mouse Philharmagic one. The reason I won't be picking this one up is because it reminds me a lot of Sorcerer Mickey, just with a costume change. I feel that they took the exact same mold, changed the costume a little bit, and I don't like when they do that with pops or sodas. So for me, this is one that I'm probably going to pass up as well, because I already got a Sorcerer Mickey for my daughter. So this one wasn't really one that I wanted to pick up in that regard either. In terms of pops that I'm probably going to pass up, probably going to pass up on Jiminy Cricket. I think it's an amazing pop, and I do collect Disney pieces for my daughter, but as for me, this is not one that really stands out. I do think it's really cool, but it's one that I'm going to pass on. As you learn, as you go along with collecting, there are things that you may think are really cool, but you're going to go ahead and pass up on. So for me, I am going to pass up on this Jiminy Cricket for right now. I am also going to be passing up on Lucifer. It is actually part of the villains line. I think it is one of the coolest pops they've ever done for Cinderella. I think it's an amazing looking figure. But for me, I don't have any villains lines. It's something I don't want to start necessarily. And as I said, when you learn about your collection, you learn what you won't pick up because you don't have room for it, or it's not what you're technically collecting. So for me, that's going to be what I'm going to pass on. They also revealed 3 from a Mickey Mouse like airline line. They've got Mickey Mouse as a pilot. They've got him also driving a actual like jet, and then they have a 2-pack from an old cartoon where it's him and Minnie, and he's learning how to fly initially. I think the 2-pack is very cool, and I think that the ride is cool, but for me, these are all a pass. I'm not going to pick up any of these just because I don't collect Mickey Mouse. And in terms of stuff that I add to my Disney line, it's more iconic stuff like Beauty and the Beast and whatnot. And while Lucifer may fall into that, it is also part of the villains line, as I've discussed previously. So those I will also be passing up on. I'm going to be honest, guys. Lucifer is kind of a 50-50 on that one. Right now, I've said no, but that may change with D23 being on September 9th. So that one's still kind of up in the air when they'll get it, because it is a really cool figure, and I think they've done a great job on that. But stuff I am definitely getting for sure. First of all, they announced a 3-liter Baymax soda. I am going to be picking up one of these. I think the 3-liter sodas are awesome. I think they're bigger figures. They're going to be harder to store, but I think that they are going to be not necessarily as big a run. I think that they're only going to be con pieces, and with that being said, each one of them is going to be very cool to pick up. So I'm excited to get Iron Giant and Baymax, and I'm excited to pick this up from the D23 Expo. Another thing I will be getting in terms of sodas is I will be getting a Kronk soda. I actually got my daughter the Yzma Laboratory one from what was it? I think it was WonderCon this last year, if I remember correctly, and so I want to get her that to go with this one. If I happen to get the chase, that's really cool, and that I'm excited to see her reaction to that. Also, I am getting the Devil Kronk, and I know what you're saying. You aren't getting the Lucifer, but why are you getting the Devil Kronk? Well, I actually own the Angel Kronk from WonderCon this year. This is part of my daughter's Disney line, so I will be getting her the Devil version here to go with it, because it's the perfect addition. It's from Funkon. It looks awesome, and I think it goes perfectly with that. It is a matching piece to go with that, and that's what I talk about with choosing stuff in your collection. That's as much as I would love to get Jiminy Cricket, I already have Kronk, and they released a Devil version of that, so I have to go with that because I have the Angel version. But that was all the reveals from Funkon that I was going to be picking up. I'm going to be getting the Baymax 3-liter soda. I'm going to be getting the Devil Kronk. I am going to be getting the Kronk soda, and I'm 50-50 on Lucifer. I may still get it. I've got till the 9th of September when these drop. In terms of these going live, we've got as follows. The 3 Mickey Mouse 2-pack is going to be at Amazon.com. So there's the 3 Mickey Mouse pieces, the one where he's riding the plane, the pilot, and the 2-pack of him and Minnie learning how to fly. Those are all going to be Amazon exclusives. Lucifer is going to be a box lunch exclusive, so if you want to pick that one up, that one will be only available at box lunch. And the rest of these, the Mickey Mouse soda, the Donald soda, there is a t-shirt, the Kronk pop, the Baymax soda, the Kronk soda, the Frozone soda, and the Jiminy Cricket pop will all be available at Funko.com. Now this is going to be available for D23, which goes live September 9th, so figure that these are probably going to go live at about 6 a.m. in the morning, normal time as con exclusives do. But as you saw, guys, I took a day off and there was a lot to talk about, so hopefully we covered all the stuff that you were wanting me to cover today in terms of Funko reveals. There's a lot of cool stuff coming. Funkon is tomorrow at 9:30 Pacific time, 12:30 Eastern. Make sure you are there live at the time to get the stuff that you want, because it will sell out quickly. We've got D23 on September 9th, which is right around the corner, probably going to be a 6 a.m. release for that, so make sure you are there for that. We've got the Power Ranger NFTs, which are coming this next Tuesday, and we had some cool reveals, and we got Emerald City Comic Con right around the corner as well, so we've got a lot of cool stuff to look forward to in the world of Funko. Very excited to see more reveals, very excited to get some new stuff in my collection. What did you guys think about today's video in terms of reveals? Is there anything you are picking up from Funkon or D23? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, please like the video and subscribe. If not, I totally understand. And as always, I will see you all tomorrow.